Okay, so here we come and get this schema, and then inside here, anyway, you just right click, then you go to schema.
Yeah.
That's a schema. Then when you click on schema, it's gonna give you a new window somewhere. That window here, this is where you type your, normally Workbench will want you to do it all in lowercase.
Okay.
Lowercase, and then that should be good. So here you just apply. Unless you change your mind, you can reverse or revert it. But it's gonna give you all the explanation here. So the name is GIS, click on that. And then it gives you another window. We together?
Yeah.
So when I have the name.
You put the name and then you click on apply down there.
Oh, okay, got it.
And then when you click on apply, review SQL script and all that, those are okay. Just apply again. Don't worry about anything else. Just click apply one more time. Then you'll see executed statement. Okay, now if you look on the logs down here, you'll be seeing that log. The log, when you see green with a check, changes have been applied to GIS. And then here, it's telling us it's been done, so you go and finish. So just click on finish. If you come here, you'll see your GIS. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Now, once you get the GIS, remember creating is different. Now you want to make it the default for now in this session. So you right click on it. And then it says set default schema. So that way when we work, we will be working with that as a default.
Oh, okay.
So before I do anything, see, right now I have classic models, which is bolded, right?
Yeah.
But now when I change, it's gonna go, the bold will go to this GIS thing as a new default. So I go ahead and click on that. So I say set that as a default. Now you see.
Yeah. Now
inside, you see tables, views, stored procedures, and functions. So we are going to be busy with the tables for now. So at this point, I don't know why somebody called me. At this point, now you can go ahead and close this one. So here, I go back to my WhatsApp. Whatever I'm going to copy will be the tables we had before. So when I come in here, I paste my code. The code is to create the users table.
Oh, okay. So I'll go to
I can paste this on for you on the chat.
Okay.
Okay, so just grab it from there. If you want, I can also paste it in WhatsApp.
No, it's fine.
Did already, yeah.
Okay. So right now, remember we just pasted it. So you don't have to, but I normally like highlighting what I want to execute. Now, if I do the execution here, it will go and create a new table. Sometimes it will like ask you, if the new table exists, then it will ask you if you want to delete the previous one. This one is the only table in this GIS database. So we just, you see that lightning thing?
Yeah.
So it's executed. Yeah, so when we do that, it's gonna go ahead and, you see, we just executed down there. So the table is created, the table's name is users. It's been added to the GIS table. If I go ahead and refresh here, you're gonna see there's gonna be a new table in there. So refresh, and then you look, now we have it. If you click on this one, down here, you'll see it's gonna be what we call the structure. Click on that and then structure. This is the same structure we have here. Okay, so I go back, look at another one. We had almost 5 different tables. So let's go back here, grab this one. So our next table will be admins. So instead of putting admin and users on the same table, we can split them. So here I just copy paste, and then I'm gonna paste the same for you in the chat. So grab it, paste it here. It's also in the Word document in the WhatsApp. So here I just highlight it, and then I go execute it. And then you see if it's passed, you'll see a green light, a green check.
Yeah.
If you go here, you just refresh, boom. Now we have users and admins in ascending order. Okay, then we go to the next one. We just do the admins. So we're gonna go ahead and do the next one. Okay. Okay, other than admins, now we have the county. The county will be like Kisumu County, Nairobi County, Kiambu County. All those county will just county ID, county code, county name. So we know every land has to have identity as in the county it will be attached to. So we bring the county. If you look, the county ID, the county code, the code we will just give it. We don't know if they have it already, but if it's Kiambu, we'll probably say just KA maybe. If it's Nairobi, maybe NA. If maybe it's Mombasa, MO. So those ones we can just create for our own use. So we create a county table. We highlight that, then we click on. And then I go back here and then also paste the same code for you in your chat for county. Copy that. Then I copy that also on WhatsApp for those people who want that. If I'm too fast, please feel free to stop me, because otherwise it's gonna get a little bit complicated here in a few minutes. You don't want that. They have county numbers like 01. Okay, that's beautiful. But again, Ruth, 01 is good, but we need to know, okay, 01 for Nairobi, then we can pair them, right? So we say county ID will be 001, and then we know the 001 could be for Nairobi or Mombasa. So we say MO 001. Okay, I think that's good. Thanks, Ruth. So here we come. We go and do the count, the plot. Now the plot is the plot you own, or the plot you plan to buy, or the plot which is already out there. So we are assuming it's going to be a plot ID, the lot number, probably a title. Is it yes or a no? So that one we need to change if there's a title. The description of this piece of property. The cost, how much does it cost? When this was created, like, you know, sometimes there could be a piece of land and then maybe we subdivide it. Then that's going to be, when was that created? And there's going to be a primary key which will allow us to link to it. So we copy that plot, I paste it here in the WhatsApp, paste it in your, I also bring it here, and then paste it there. So when you do that, you basically highlight the same thing and then just run it. Wow. When you run it, you can go back and refresh. Look, now we have the plot, we have the county, we have the users, we have the admin. Now we go back again. And I'm not saying by any stretch of imagination, this is it. If you want to split in the county into maybe the users, you can. But whatever we do, this is probably going to be very convenient for us for now because we are still learning. So we come, we need the plot. Now we have the categories. Remember what, I believe that was John. John was saying the category, they subdivided into several categories. Could be one for lease, maybe different from another one, which I believe is going to be, I don't remember, but I'm going to give the categories. I paste that in the chat. Paste that also in the WhatsApp. Then I come here, I highlight this, and then I run it. When we run that, we look if we got the category. Okay, did I bring it back here? Okay, so it's done. Refresh. Categories here. We come. Yeah, and change. We're gonna put in another table. This is the last table in the city. So we know, even though they're in the county and city are almost like, city is going to be big, county is going to be small, and then plot in that city. So I said, oh, maybe we can create a city. So it could be Nairobi County, and then we have Nairobi City, and then we have a lot number. But Nairobi County, Nairobi City, and then the plot number. Okay, so we copy that, we paste it here, paste it in the chat, then we bring it here, run it here. So when you run that, you're gonna go ahead and do this here. We go ahead and run city. So now we have all that we need so far for now. Let me see, where did the city go? Did it apply? Special index column. So,
Why are they red and not black?
what do you mean?
You see, like when you do create city, is it the
black.
it should be the others were black, but this one, is it the quotation marks?
Could be.
Oh, this one, there's some errors we need to fix. But you see, these are, you see on your keyboard, the quotation, but the shift, the next number one up at the top of the right.
Oh, those, that thing.
Yeah, they call it, I don't remember the name.
I know that they have a name. I can't remember it.
Yeah, so that one is that thing. So, but this one did not run. I don't see why. Let me see. City, did it run it?
That's why I'm asking.
Oh, it ran actually.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. But let me tell you, this is an option, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if we did this one, it could have worked too. I could just do that here, and then I do it here.
Okay.
So when you do that, it's almost, what's the name of this thing? Ticks. Put a tick, right? So when you're doing database, that's okay to do. You can do ticks here, but don't put quotation. If you do the quotation, get the system confused. These are ticks.
Okay.
Yeah. So the same thing I did here. Sorry, I confused you in that one. But the table is
now we know.
Yeah. So that's good. So far, so good.
But okay.
You feel free to ask. You have
yeah, why is it not? Oh, it worked.
Okay.
1 second. Because it has that, it's not a green tick.
It's giving you that's exclamation. That's a warning. But it worked because if you read the special index for on column center will not be used.
Okay.
But we can circumvent that in the code. You stop me if I'm too fast.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. So the database has been created and we are good. So our next step here, we are going to go ahead and create an environment which we will be using. And the environment in my case, I'm going to go into, okay, I'm going to go into my command prompter, CMD. Command prompt, let me go share that. Can you see my my DOS?
No.
No.
MS-DOS? Okay, let me see here, 1 second. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
The black thing, black screen. Okay. Now here, this is my command prompt. Okay. Command prompt, CLS is clear screen. If you're doing that in if you are doing that, let's say in Linux, that's going to be different. You'll be using clear. It's not going to work in DOS. So I'm going to use command prompt here, and I'm going to assume everybody who will be working here in this one will be using, unless let's say Joseph. I know Joseph has a Macintosh. So in that case, that's going to be different. But here, we just use command prompt. So I want to go to my root directory C.
Excuse me, George.
Yes.
Is there any option for the same command prompt for MacBook?
Okay, so for Mac,
yeah,
if you want to go to the, you know how to go to the command prompt on Mac, do you? CLI?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are in there, you probably want to create a directory, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go into whatever directory you want to create. In my case, you can say mdir directory. That works in command prompt like MS-DOS, okay? You can also just do md. That will also work for you. But
okay.
Here, for example, right now I can do this one and cd backslash. So cd backslash will take me to the root, or cd dot will also take me to one directory back. So if I go, let's say I go user, that will take me forward, right? But I can do this, it will take me back one. Or if I did not do that, I can do that and then I say CLS, but instead of doing, I can do CD. And if I do backslash, it's going to take me to the C root. That's my root C. But,
can you make your screen a little bit bigger, please?
Okay. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Miaka.
Okay. Yeah, you need I don't want to say, but you need those glasses.
Hey,
Huh?
I'm here. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So if I was to do that right here, I'm listing directory dir w for wide, dir w for wide. I can do dir p for pause. If it's too long, it's going to pause on the screen. So you see that? That's different. But these are command prompt. You really don't have to worry about it for now, but it's very good to know for you to work around it. Now, for Derek, you will need to use ls to list. If I was in command, like in my, if I was in my, let's say in my Linux box, which you also have, if you're using Macintosh, then you just use CLS. I'm sorry, ls for listing the directory, which is equivalent to dir. If I do that, now I can put a switch to make it wide. So if I do wide, goes wide. If I do P, it goes pause if it's too long for the screen to display everything. So what I do here, I come and make a directory. I call my directory, let's say we call it GIS, because this will be the GIS project. Remember, we don't have the GIS directory, so when we create this one, it's going to create a new one. So if you're following with me, just make directory, which is also equivalent to MD for short. If I do this, then I'll be able to create a directory. See, there's no error, but if I look, you'll see something, which is this one right here. We just created 133 Central on this date. It's a dir for directory. I can also decide, say, the same thing here. It's wide. You can't see everything, but it's wide. So once we do this, clear the screen. Now I know I have this available, so I can go CD, is change directory. I go CDGIS. I go to the GIS, then I press enter. Now I'm in this directory. In this directory, there's nothing, still blank. See, you have 0 files, 0 bytes. Okay, so far so good. And if you're lagging behind, please let me know. But this is where we need to be. Remember, we did the direct. We started the workbench. The workbench is now up and running, and now we just created a directory in your computer root drive. In my case, it's C drive. Esther, probably yours is in the D drive. But you have to make sure it's there. Now remember, when you're running MySQL, SQL will run on a particular channel, and that channel is going to be 3306. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and use my, can you see my screen? Can you see the Notebook++?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I did some stuff here before, but let me go back here and then retrieve so I can explain them. Python directory, call it Python project. So I created quite a few stuff here. Now what we are going to do, let me hide this one for now for just a short time so I can explain where we are headed. Now in the GIS, if you do go in there, CD the GIS, we are going to create another directory. So this time we are going to, let's just use an mkdir, and then we call it templates. That's where the template's going to be sitting. Press enter, and then you always want to check if it's successfully created. If you look, it's actually there. So since we are going to use Flask, Flask will always be looking for the template folder, especially when we start using the render template. And I'll show you how that comes about. So what we are going to do today, based on what I shared before, is a very small code. And I know it was a mouthful because we are not yet used to it. And that code is going to be able to help us get started. So let me grab it. All right. Let's see here. A second. I'll bring back my Word document. Okay, that's two. This is the one. This is the one code right here. Can you see my Emily? Can you see?
Yeah.
Kama hiyo ni kudharau. Haya basi. All right. So here is the same code I shared, but this could be a little bit overwhelming for now. But I'll explain it step by step. Let me see if I can. I think. Let me start with this one. This the easiest, which I shared on WhatsApp. The reason why I did that was to just be able to get started. I did not intend to scare anybody, but it's the same thing like here in my WhatsApp. So I copy from WhatsApp and then I come here and then I paste it. As you all know, this will probably be the same thing, just like the first one. So the first line here, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one for now. Okay, let me go ahead and save it as a different file name so that we can separate the two. So we save this one as one. So we can grab it. I cut that. And then I save this one here. Then I save this one as two. So we can separate the two. Then I save it. Now, if you look here, what do we do? First of all, we import Flask. And then we declare a variable, we call it app. And then we instantiate the Flask name. And then we use this one, app, to be able to route. And this one, we are just routing to the root folder. And then all we are going to do here is just display the word hello. Hello there. So we can say hello there. And then we say if, excuse me, if that name, this has to be double. This has to be double underscore. This has to be double underscore. This one also has to be double underscore. And this one has to be double underscore. The same applies to main. I'll explain those ones. And I also did explain them before. So here we say if name is comparable to this main, then we run the application, but we run it in debugging mode, which is always very good when you just run in a test case. If you finish this successfully, you probably don't want to run it in the production in debug mode, because you'll be exposing it to security problems. People will be looking and they'll be seeing what you're doing. They can take advantage and mess it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this up to, but now I save it in the directory we just created. So I go to C, I go to that, and then I go into GIS. So I'm gonna save it in the GIS, but I save it as a Python file. So here, okay, I did that. Now let's go back and right there. So let me go ahead and clear the screen. Now remember, in order to use Python, we imported it, but have we installed it? I mean, Flask, sorry. We imported it, but we also need to install it. So to do the installation, if you install Python in your system, you should be able to get pip. So you do pip install, and then you call it Flask. So here we are going to execute this command to be able to install Flask in our environment. So I click it. I basically just press enter and you say it's already been done for us. So I did not need to do that. If you do not have it, then it will be installed. So you probably want to do that and then make sure it's installed for you before we proceed. Now that is done, okay? And remember, in here, I saved the app. As you can see, app-2 is already in our path. So we have everything in the same directory.
Do you want us to save the app?
Yes, please. Save it in the GIS directory. Let me know if it's working for you. At this point, I use very simple. Just Notepad++. Avoid any complicated IDE for now.
Share this one.
Do you want me to share this code with you? Let me share this code with you. Probably not. Let me put it on the chat.
Chat.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And then we open it with Notepad.
You can copy paste it in Notepad. And then make sure Python is very particular on the indentation part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's in the chat, both WhatsApp and also in your Zoom.
It can be either Notepad++ or just.
You can anything you feel comfortable. Just make sure you save it as a Python file.
Okay.
So as you can see, line 1, we imported Flask. Now that we've already installed it, line 2, we instantiate the class, then we assign it to the variable app. We call the @app. The dot notation, we call a router. The route. This route is going to go look in the root directory, which is going to be like the root of that where we're working. And then we define a function, we call it home. So it's going to be the home directory, okay? And then we basically just split the word. Let's change it to Swahili. Okay, and then once
Swahili.
Umesahau
Kiswahili.
Zenu, habari zenu?
Okay.
Oh, you go by Yenu.
No, it's Zeni.
Zeni, oh, okay, right. Yeah, thanks. So we got it. So if you do that, and then you come here and basically this is where you do the logic and then you run it. When you run it, it's gonna run this application. So once you save it, now we go back to the command prompt. If you have any difficulty, if for some reason something is stuck, let me know, please, so that we get it before it's too late. But at this point, we should be good. Now I look at my command prompt here. We've already have, let's say if you want to see, see directory. Sometimes you want to see like what kind of pip you're running. Okay, if you want to see, let's say Flask, am I running Flask? Let's see. That's a good way of checking if you're running Flask. Version tells you, right?
Sorry. So once we're saving the Notepad++ file, we save it in our GIS folder? And
yeah, make sure you save as and then you drill into that directory. So you have everything in one bag. The GIS.
The GIS folder, not the templates folder, right?
No. The GIS folder. Templates folder, I'm going to show you how to use that in a few.
Sawa.
Yeah. So remember, whatever you save, you can save it as Brenda.py. It's going to be a Python file. And that file is the one we're looking at right now. And that file will be able to help us do more things here in a few minutes. So if we do, and I'm assuming everybody's on the same page with me, we come here, we run Python space, name of that file will be your file, which you probably named Brenda, or you named it whatever the name you gave it. So at that time, once you do that, now you press enter. Okay. Okay, now we have an error. We need to indent. So now it's time to debug. So indentation expected at a return. So this one will have to be indented, and most likely this has to be indented. So we save it again, come back, CLS, and I use my upper arrow key to recall the history on the command line. So I do it again, boom. So what we're running right now, we're running a local server which is running that Flask. So how do we get this? So we come here, you can copy this, or you just type it. Now remember, 127.0.0.1 is a local server running in your system. You can also call it local host. But this 5000 refers to the port number in which Flask local server is running on. So we take that, let me go back here and show you what is happening. Okay, so we come in. If I do, can you guys see my blank?
Yeah.
Browser? Okay. So here I can type it, or if I did, let's say, I probably did not save it there, so I'll go ahead and save this. And say localhost 5000. Okay, let's see what shows on the screen. Okay, so you see it's running. It's running. It shouldn't take long. I don't know why it's taking long. But we should be able to see the word habari zenu. It might take forever. I started realizing that yesterday when I was running some code. My local server is running a little slow. But it should work for you though. Did anybody get habari zenu on the browser?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine is running. Huh?
Can you give the instructions again?
Okay.
From
I have
From
the
where?
indenting.
on the the indentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you show your screen? Let me guide you. You can share. I'm gonna stop sharing. Share your screen so I can guide.
So I'm here. You can see it?
Yeah, yours already running.
Yeah, so I wanted to go to the browser.
Okay, so to go to the browser, you just minimize this and then you go to the browser.
Mm-hmm.
You just like the way you normally go to the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you go to the browser from there? Yeah, and then type the word localhost, or you can type 127 by HTTP. Okay, colon. Don't put an S.
Oh, okay. That one.
And then instead of 888, change that to 5,000. Press enter. So you see a high there? So you need to, you can change it to any word. Whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do that. And that means yours is working.
Okay.
All right. So anybody else having difficulty?
Can I see indentation again? I'm still
Okay. You want to share your screen? Let me share your screen so I can help you fix it.
So I'll have to connect WhatsApp on, you know how my other laptop, the voice is really low, but I can connect just so I can share.
Let me share mine so you can see.
Okay.
Okay. Now you see this number 7, right? Return, yes. You have to indent, and then up you have to indent.
Yes, I have exactly. Oh no, I'm missing the double underscores on the name, I think. Okay, let me try again. Sorry guys.
After make changes, you have to save it.
Yes.
Before you're running.
Yep. Let me just connect on this one and share it with.
Okay.
I think I'm missing an indentation again. Okay. Can you hear me?
Wanna share? You ready? Can you hear? Brenda. Okay.
Hello, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you. You ready to share?
Yes, now I can share.
Okay, so go ahead. Okay, once you save it, then you go into your command line. Then you run this code. Assuming in the command line, you have to drill down to the same folder where you saved the app to, which is the GIS folder. The command line is the black one here. The black.
It's in the same folder.
Yeah, that's good. So you go to the command line. The command line. You can use the upper arrow key to recall your commands. Yeah, press enter. Is everything okay?
Sorry, George, I can
Brenda,
barely hear on this one.
the second line, you forgot the double underscore.
The what?
Hapo kwa name.
The number three should be double score, underscore. Number 3, line number 3.
Oh.
Underscore, not a dash. both sides. Okay. Save it. Make sure you save it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now go back to your command line. Okay. You can run it. Okay, did not install Flask. Go ahead and do pip install. Space install Flask. Okay. So when you're doing the installation of Flask, it comes with what we call Jinja 2. Jinja 2 is a template. It's a template which comes with Flask. And that template is the reason why we created the template folder. And I'll show you how that marries into this one. So for you, Brenda, if you go back to your command line, just type CLS to clear the screen. Okay. You don't worry about the yellow thing. That's just warning. That's fine. You can always install that later. The CLS.
Hey, George, I'm gonna just stop sharing just a second. I can barely hear. Try and get headphones. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Just
Anybody else having issues? Everything works, everybody?
I have the same problem
Yes.
as Brenda.
Okay. Go ahead and share, Ruth, so we see. Brenda, you probably want to stop sharing. Ruth, just go ahead and see if you can share. Yeah, it's cool. Right. Okay. All right. Flask, not Flask. Okay. Did you save the name of the file? Let me see the old code. Let me see the old code. Okay. Okay, looks good. The code looks good. All right, now you have to install Flask. Go back into your command line. Pip install Flask.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we together? This is Brenda's screen, right?
No, it's not.
So okay. So but Ruth, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So did you install Flask? I mean pip install Flask?
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
That's
good.
what's on my screen.
Yeah, that's good. Now go ahead and run the code. Can you do up arrow key from the command line? Let me see the codes you have. Up, again. Okay, now what's the name of your code, the program you created?
The flask.py.
That's the name, right? The same exact name, same spelling?
Yeah.
Okay, press enter.
Yeah.
Press enter, please.
Pressed.
Okay, let's go back to your code. Line 1.
Thanks, George. It's working now. Thanks.
Okay, line 1. You have to from Flask import Flask. So let me see what your code. I don't see any problem with your code here.
I think that.
Did you? Oh, she imported Flask, right? Well, are you working on the same directory for both? Did you install Flask in the same directory where you have this Flask program running?
GIS, yeah. Yes, yes.
Okay.
CGIS.
Yeah, let me see the error message again. See.
Module not found. The same as Brenda's.
Okay.
After installing Flask working.
Let me go back. Let's go back and see. Let's go back to your command line.
Okay. Let me just share again.
Okay. Go ahead and run this code again. Run the Flask again, because I mean, install Flask. Why is it saying name, no module name Flask? Install, press enter. You are in the same direction. Go ahead and do dir. Dir. That's very strange. Okay, just for the sake of, can you create the template folder from this command line?
Another folder.
You did not create a template folder, did you? Templates. It's good. Just templates. You're good. MD is templates. Templates.
Templates.
That's big. Can you do me a favor? Can you just copy and paste this code, the one I'm giving you, just copy paste without making any changes. Just paste it. And then give it a different name, but in the same directory, in the GIS directory. It's in the chat. Just copy paste it. Save it under a different name, but in the same folder, the same directory. Did you grab it? We're together? Okay. Anybody else?
No.
Huh? Ruth, talk to me, please.
Yes. I'm trying to copy.
Okay. From the chat, you got it?
Yeah, I'm trying to copy from the chat. It has to copy all.
Yeah.
Oh, just the one I pasted, just this last code I pasted. Do you have Notepad++?
Yeah, I do. No, just a minute.
Communicate to me. How are we doing? You pasted it, saved it?
Yeah, I'm just saving. Yeah, okay.
You can share the screen. That way I can help you quicker. So we can move to the next thing.
Okay. I moved to, I've made the templates directory.
Say again?
I've saved that file in. I've already created the templates subdirectory. You can see on the screen.
Okay, so go ahead and go to the command line and then run root. Let's see. Okay. Python space root.py. Really? 9.1.
Maybe she should just just refresh, close the command prompt and the Sublime text.
Okay.
I'm actually using exactly what you're using. So
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, some of them might be caching it. So
yeah.
Okay.
but other than root, do we have anybody having any issue? Anybody, feel free, please. So I know if there's any problem. Okay. Okay.
It's still the same problem.
That's very strange. I mean, this code, the same code is working. That's really strange. Flask. Install Flask. We install the module and say the module is not found. And it did all that installation for you. You're on Python 39, 3.9. Go ahead and just for the sake of it, go ahead and do python.exe space -m. Space -m.
Python dash.
.exe. Python.exe. No. Root. Python.exe.
Okay.
Okay. Space -m.
Minus.
Space pip. Install. Space. Dash
The two
dash.
dashes.
Upgrade.
Space.
Dash dash upgrade. No space. No space between the dash and dash. Just type upgrade space pip. Enter.
Remove the exe. Remove the .exe. I press the arrow, the upward arrow key, then remove the .exe and press enter. Yeah, that one should work.
Just work with the Go ahead and type pip space dash dash version. Let's see what you have. Okay, that the same Flask space dash dash version. You have Flask. Why is it not doing it? Jesus. Okay. Type the word Flask space run. Let's see what it does. Flask space run. Press enter. Okay.
George, what if she restart everything fresh? Maybe removing the directory and reinstalling it again.
Okay, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and try it.
The GIS.
Yeah, go ahead and cd space backslash. Press enter. Type the word path. Press enter. Okay. So these are your path. Let me see. Okay. Type CLS. Okay. Go ahead and do MD space GIS1. Enter. CD into GIS1. Okay. DIR. Okay, now go ahead and MD templates. Okay, go ahead and DIR again. Okay, now go ahead and pip install Flask. Do pip install Flask. Okay. Requirement is satisfied. Okay. Okay, go ahead and go back to your, do you have Notepad++? Save whatever, you can even do Notepad, but whatever you have, just go ahead and save that code in this GIS1 directory.
Okay.
Brenda, did yours run?
Yeah, I'm able to load the local host and habari yako pops up.
Okay, cool. Thank you. How are we doing? Just this should be already in your, you can open them in your notepad or in your Sublime text. Okay. Ruth, I hate to leave you behind, but let's see. Let's see what we can do here in a few minutes. See if we can, because we have a few more things to cover. But I can work with you one-on-one on this one.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. No, I'm assuming other than Ruth, nobody else has any issue. So we are going to create a website here. So Ruth, you just follow with me. You just copy whatever you need to copy, but that issue, I'm not really sure what it is, but we will fix it. Okay, so we have, I'm gonna share my screen here shortly. Okay. Pole sana dada Ruth. That's been frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so assuming that everything worked the first time, right here, we had the code, everything. This one here was habari zenu. This time, okay? So you come, you did the importation right there. But remember, now we have to render additional pages. So we are going to import also the render template. Remember, we created a template. This will remain the same. This is still the same, but now we can change this one. If you want, you can leave it the way it is, but this is a function. Now we are returning, but we return the render template, and inside that template, we are going to create HTML. HTML could be as simple as this. As simple as this, or as complex as very many complex things. So we can just say, for us, we're gonna create another one. Let's see here, new, paste it, and then I get rid of everything. Then I just say here, and it's H1, say habari. And I want to close that. Now, if we did this, what we are going to do, we just change that for now. And then I save that as index, but I save it inside the GIS, but inside the template under the name index.html. So this is the file we have. So I'm going to go ahead and give you this in the chat. And then all you have to do is just copy paste it, save it as index, but inside your template folder. and then we run the code. Each time you do that, then we run the code. Now the code will be able, what the code will be able to do for us, we'll go in here and call this file and render that file. If we say call index, so it's going to be the home page. But if you were to do something different, then that will come when that comes. So right now, we've already done with this one. This was the first file we just worked on. Now this is part of the new file we're working on. Remember, it's very confusing, but let me see. If we did this one, that's the first one. Now we did this one here. It's the same one, but without these two. So let me go ahead and paste this, copy that, give this one a different name. I paste it here. I would probably call it something not the same as the first one. So give it something different. And then the index. Index has to have the same name as this one. And then when you run, you only run this file, which in my case is app-1. App-1 will call this file and then populate the screen with the contents, which is going to be of the index, which is now here, habari yako. Okay, can you go ahead and try that? Let me know if you need any help. Ruth, what Windows are you running? You're running Windows 10, right?
Excuse me.
Yes.
The app-1, we are saving it in JS, the JS folder.
Everything is going to be in the JS folder.
Okay.
Just make sure you don't repeat the same file name. You don't want to override the previous one. You progressively go into like AP1, AP2, AP3. So whatever name you want to do it, team 1, team 2, team 3. But all of them have to be in the JS folder, but the index has to be in the subfolder in the JS folder, which is the template folder.
Come again?
Inside the JS folder, there's a template folder.
Yeah.
Save the index inside the template folder. So that makes the template folder a subfolder of the JS folder.
Okay.
How are we switching our directories again to C?
Huh?
How are we switching back our directory to run on the C? I cleared mine by mistake and I don't remember.
Okay, you want to share your screen so I can help? Because we are still in C directory, but you have to go to CD in GIS. Okay. DIR. Press enter. Okay, where did you create it? Yes. Let's see it here. Scroll up. Okay. Go ahead and did you create it here in this computer or the other computer?
Oh, this one.
Okay.
I'm just using sound on the other one.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and
The directory is wrong though.
Okay, go ahead and CD dot. No, CD, okay, CD, enter, dir. Okay. Go ahead and CD again, dot. Okay, dir. Enter. Okay, now go into CD GIS. Okay, enter. dir. Enter. CLS. They're all in there now. Okay. Space. Okay. Okay, need indentation on number 11, and that should be good. Okay, save again and run it. Should be working now. Okay, let me see the code. You have to put 2 underscores in the name, in the main.
Sorry.
Okay, save again. Is your index already in your template folder?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay, now go into your browser, then invoke the, just refresh it here. You should be able to get it. All right, cool. Man, I'll be so mad if somebody is just sitting there and their thing is not working and they're not telling me. I'll be crazy. Better what? I'll be mad. Don't get me mad. I know we are all on the same page. All right, so we are good. Anybody else? Feel free to let me know if it's not working so we work together. Okay. All right. So, assuming that you are in the process of creating, now that's just the first page. What if you needed to do the next page? So let me go ahead and share. So imagine now you come here. This is index page, first page. You can come and do another page, second page, another page. And in this page, imagine those are different websites. I mean, different pages within a website. So here, let's say you need about. And then when you do about, you have to do the about here. And then this could be the about. This could be here contact. Then this here will be contact. And then this one here will be your contact. Assuming that you're going to somebody's web page, you'll be looking at the home page, which is here. You look at the about page, which is about them. And then you'll be looking at the contact for their contacts, so you can get hold of them. And now your job or our job is to create this, create that. So all we have to do is just come here. Let's say about. Here, we just save it. Save us. And then we give it that name. Save it here. And then we just say about you. Okay. Copy that. Save it again. Come back. This will be contact. Gets easier as we go.
I have an issue.
Yes, please.
Finish that one.
Okay. Now we come here. Let's do the contact. Save as contact. Save that. And then just how you can contact us. And this is just a tip of the iceberg, so don't get too comfortable yet. But it's good. It's a good process so far. So here we save that one. Okay. So far, so good. Let me go ahead and share this with you real quick. So you just copy paste it, and then I'll get back to you, Emily.
Mhm.
So this is the contact. Save that as contact.html. And then save this as about. It's about. And then here, this is going to be the main program. It's almost like you have a main program, which called other sub-programs. So about HTML and also contact.html, those ones you have to save them inside the template folder. Okay, Emily, go ahead and ask your question.
So I have to share my screen.
Okay, go ahead.
That's what I got when I ran.
You have the template folder?
Yeah.
Okay, can you go into your template folder?
Mm-hmm.
Can you go into the command line?
Okay, 1 second.
Remember I said templates, so it has to be templates.
Oh, templates ones.
Go
So you can see my command line, my command prompt?
No, I cannot see it.
Oh, 1 second. Let me share my screen. So.
Okay, Control C. Okay. Control C there. Okay. dir. Enter. No. Just dir. You don't have template folder, do you? Okay, you have templates. Okay. So do you have in the templates you need to put index in the template?
Oh, okay. The index was supposed to be in the template. Inside this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come on, girl. Right
Okay.
there. Now go back.
Mm-hmm.
Now refresh your screen. You don't have to, just, okay, I'm sorry, run from the command line first. Okay.
Here.
Up arrow key again. Okay, now run. Okay. Now refresh the screen, the browser.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. My bad.
No problem. Anybody else?
Stop sharing. Okay, so
This one we have to get it right. If you miss it now, it's almost like being on a highway in the US. You miss the exit, you catch it maybe 3 miles later, you'll be late for that interview. You gotta catch it right there on the spot. Okay. So if you save this one, let me see. You can run, but you don't run it the way we ran the other ones. You run it /about or /contact. Like you type, let me see if I can share the screen. Okay, if you are to do this, okay. Can you see my command prompt?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So from the command prompt, you see how I did that? Okay, I did that. Now I can do that with a /. So it will run like the directory I want it to run. So if I was to run, let's say employees, this is going to be different. And that's the next thing I'm going to. Now, let me just make sure everybody got the code I gave you, right? From the bottom. I pasted them on.
So can you open the contact HTML, please?
Okay, it's the same one I pasted.
Oh, so we are just, okay. I see, I see.
We good?
Not yet.
Looks like we might need to be meeting like almost every week if this is okay with you guys. We have a lot of ground to cover. Maybe we can do another one after next Saturday. Esther.
Yes.
Is yours working?
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to go into, let's say in About Us and display?
Yes.
You can also go into Contact and display. Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Second. So that is About Us.
Right. Okay. Show us a code. And then tell us how you ran it, because that's the big part. You see in the browser, You run it the same way, but in the browser, you have to put a /. If you change the / to contact, then it's going to give you the contact. If you change that to about, even though Esther is using about as S-bout.
It's a spelling mistake. Doing it in a hurry.
That's okay, Esther. I'm just kidding. Messing with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Code is okay. I added something.
Oh man, you're making very complicated, Esther. No.
Ignore.
Those are the messages now.
Yeah.
But the basic thing is just return. Then whatever we return, we render the template. In the template is what we have the file name to render. So from there, I should be able to teach you like how you can make your own menu. Up at the top where they can come, click on about, click on home, click on contact, service, let's say products and stuff like that. And that where the templating now come into use. Okay. So yours, Brenda, yours is working?
No.
Okay. Esther, can you stop sharing? Then we check.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. We almost done because looks like we really have a long way to go. So looks like I need to. Okay, Brenda, let's see. Go back with your, did you run the code?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go into your folder for the templates. Okay, is it capital A for about?
Yeah.
Okay. Contact. Okay, go ahead and rerun the script. Control C. Okay. And now go back and see if you can get the browser. Yeah. The URL is not found. Let me see your code. Okay, see that you missed certain things, Brenda. If you look line 11, line 8, and line 5, they're the same. That's not good. After the / you have to put the name.
Oh.
If you look what I gave you. If you look what I gave you, it should be different. Like line 11 should be / contact. If you just copy what I gave you, it's gonna have everything. Line, okay, right, yeah. Just save it. Then run number 3. And that should be good. That should go.
This is good, right?
Save it. Then run.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead and make the indentation. Run it. Save it first and then run it.
I think the
2 underscores for that. Save it. Okay, run it. Okay, cool. Now go to browser, refresh. That name is probably not capital A. Is that right?
I can just rename it to be
Okay. Try the contact. Cool. So in there, you can put anything you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, anybody having any issue? Bray, how are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Okay, great. Welcome back, man. Okay. Oh, we all together, right? I think in 12 minutes, we just need to stop. So we go absorb this one. And then we'll continue from here. Because I hope we are not going to get very much lost. But before we go, I'm going to go ahead and I would like to show you something, the message. Now, let me share the screen quick so I can show you real quick. So sometimes, you know, you can be doing things and you keep on repeating stuff, right? So like this is a message, this is a contact. Now, the templating is making it easy for us. We don't have to go through all this. We can just call a template and then this message will be populated. And the contact will be populated from another, let's say from another environment. So let me go back and see where we did that. Did this really looking at stuff. Hope I can get it. Bear with me. Simple database. So, do you have the place we did the templating? Remember this one?
No.
Can you hear me,
No.
Esther?
Yeah, I can hear. I don't have this part.
This one we did last time.
Yeah,
You,
yeah, we did.
you
Yeah,
don't have?
I just did the contract. That's the one I have.
Okay.
The one and contract.
Let me see if I can grab it here one second. Okay. It's a template, we call that. And then back here. I don't want to go too deep into something which will create complication for you to understand. Okay, message. This is the about Flask. And a template. Okay. Now let me just quickly go through this one so I can explain how the template works. This one up there, this is a very basic HTML. This is HTML page. This one right here, just title. It's a character set. That's something you really need to know to have so you can know that's for English language. And then this is header 1 Flask. And this is just a P for paragraph. And then this is another paragraph. So once we do that, now, what if we don't need that? Now, if we don't need that, we can use templates. So the same thing we can do, but here now we can extend our template. What is in the template? Now let's go ahead and grab what is in the template. Whatever is in the template is here. We can call the title. We can call the style sheet. And then we can also grab the URL for. And then we give it where that URL is going to be sitting, CSS. And then we go ahead and create a home. We can also create this one. And don't worry, I'll share this with you, by the way. So don't worry. So here we can do the contact, okay? Whatever we just did. And here, whatever the contact is, we just go ahead and do that. By the way, when you keep on doing this, it's gonna come second nature. It's not gonna be complicated. Right now, it might seem or look like it's complicated, but it's not. So we do the Flask. This is the main parent template. We do it like this, okay? If we did something like this, then we can come here and consume it by calling it. But we use the word extending it. So we extend almost like we inherit it. And then we use a block content. So whatever we had before, we just call it the same way we did, but we have to end it with a block. So this is the template, the Jinja 2 template, how it works. So we go back here, we say, okay, this is a container. What is a container? The container contains a logo. That logo could be like an image, but with this word. And then we have a menu. Esther, this is what you're asking for last time. Yeah. You have a menu. So the menu will be home, about, and contact. And then once we have that, now we always have to bring that block content and then we end it. So remember, this is the name of the template. Now, when you come here, we have to consume it here. And then we call the block content. And that's the content here, which is going to be what we have down there. We have always to end the block. Now, somebody will be asking, what is all this? Now, let me go ahead and share with you a very simple Jinja template intro. So that when we touch it, next time we shall have already read it. So Jinja 2. Example. So if you are to work with Jinja 2 template, there's a documentation for it. And the documentation will be able to walk us through the process. So let me go back here. I'll share this with you. If you get time, you go through it. It's a very small piece of instruction. This one you can use it with, let's say, Django or Flask or any other language, so long as you import it. So let me go back here and share that with you. Then I'll also share that with you on WhatsApp. So at your own time, go through it and ready to understand it. And then I'll also share with you the code, this code, so that when you come next time, it's going to be almost like a revision for us. Mario shared some stuff. That's good. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it for questioning. It's been too long, but I know we have struggles. Ruth, you have problems, but I know it's too late. Can we meet like tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm having advanced class. If you come, I should be able to help you like before we start the advanced class.
What time?
I will be having it at 3 p.m. Central here. Normally the time we used to have while you guys were in advanced class. But I'll communicate that in here. So when you're ready, you can log in, and then I can help you before we start class. So
Okay.
that problem is very strange, so don't really feel bad because I've never seen anything like that.
All right.
We install it, but for some reason it's just not working. Yeah, so we'll do that. Then guys, I'll send you these instructions. And then next weekend, Marian will be meeting with us. So that's not going to be possible, but I would like us to do this again, maybe the following weekend for those people who are willing and available. Because I'm going to do the databases. I thought we could do it today, but we had to make sure everybody's on the same page. But once we do the database, the rest will be good to go. Because today we did quite a number of things. We did something very close to what we needed to do, but not everything yet. We did a contact about us, and then I'll go read the templating thing, and then I'll share more about it next weekend. Okay. Anybody with any question? Anybody having any issue we can resolve before we go? How do you guys feel about this? This must be easy, right?
Is it the calm before the storm?
Oh, this is easy. By the way, we should have. It's only that we did not have enough time. Even working, Monica and Lucy.
Mhm.
Something I wanted to be able to get into, because I mean, you finish the class, you do all this, but you don't know how you can connect the dots.
Well, I guess you're doing it now, so hopefully we'll all be able to.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be, now that we've already covered how it comes about, I'm gonna be sharing more and more.
Okay.
Tell you, hey, this one's saving the templates. This one save it here, and then go ahead and run it. If you have a question, then you get back to me. Okay. If nobody has any question, then I'm gonna go ahead and call it for today. But we can resume Saturday coming after this one. This coming Saturday, we'll be having a Marian session. Showing us some stuff, yeah. All right, guys, thank you very much, and you all have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.
No problem, thank you. Ruth, tomorrow we meet, yeah? If you're available.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Goodbye.